everyone, welcome back to the Stitches and Scribbles channel. My name is Erin and I've got a very spooky vlog for you today. So my husband and I traditionally host a Halloween party. This is actually only the second time we've done it, but it was a dream for many years until we got our house. But our Halloween party this year happens to fall on our wedding anniversary. So we decided to go with the theme of Till Death Do Us Part. And I knew I just had to incorporate some yarn crafts into my costume. So for this year, I decided that I'm going to do kind of a very fun and funky skeleton costume. My husband's going to be wearing a skeleton t-shirt, but I decided to make a crochet rib cage to go with my costume. So the pattern I chose, I'm looking at it behind my computer, the pattern I chose is the Rib Cage Riot Top by Jessica Brewer. It calls for worsted weight yarn and a 5mm crochet hook. And just to add a little extra fun, I decided on the DIY Glow yarn by Lion Brand in the color Natural for my rib cage. This pattern comes with a lot of options to add sleeves and extra details. I'm probably just going to do the plain rib cage section because of my plan of what I want to wear underneath it and my other accessories. I don't want it to be too much. I also want this to be a fairly quick project because as of right now, the party is a week and a half away. So I kind of need to get going on this. So plan for today is just to get started, get familiar with the pattern, and start crocheting as soon as I can. Now finished the front panel of the Ribcage Riot Top. It was pretty easy to do. I think in total the front maybe took 3 hours, adding together what I did today and what I did yesterday. And I used about a skein and a half of the DIY Glow yarn. So now I'm going to start the back panel. The back panel looks like it might take slightly more yarn than the front. So if you are making this with the same yarn, just be aware of that. But I'm going to dive right into the back panel. Alright, it is now Halloween party day. I did manage to finish my rib cage skeleton top. Whoops, got some extra yarn thrown in there. I did weave in the ends. That is just an extra ball of yarn. So it's a little hard to tell which way is right side up with this top when you're holding it. There we go. I think I found the shoulder seams. So after I finished the front and the back panel, the directions called for seaming together at the shoulders and on the sides as well. So that's what I did. It's a nice kind of boxy fit. It should fit over the top that I'm planning on wearing. So that worked out just perfectly. It also glows in the dark because of that glow in the dark yarn. So now that it's party day, we're doing some other preparations. I don't know if I talked about the Halloween party in the last clip. Originally, when I started filming this video, I thought it was just going to be the crochet top that I was going to show you, but because of timing, I decided I might as well show you our party plans. So we host a Halloween party every year. Well, I say every year. This is the second time we've done it, but we want it to be an annual tradition. And our anniversary is kind of right around this time, so we decided to make it an anniversary theme as well. So the theme of the party is Till Death Do Us Part. And this year, because I like to do a game for our parties, I decided on a trivia game. Last year, we did a scavenger hunt, and I really liked that it made people get up and kind of mingle around the house to look for all the items. So I didn't want to do just a traditional trivia game where like everybody's sitting and listening to the questions and then writing their answers. So I decided to hide all the trivia questions around the house. So that's one of the things that I'm going to do today. Covering the top of this, because it has our last name on it, but this is what the trivia sheet looks like. I used Canva to make it, and we have 4 categories for our trivia. So we have Halloween history, freaky films, perilous pages, which is all book-themed questions, and Till Death Do Us Part, which is going to be questions about us. Those are the sheets that everybody will receive in order to write down their answers. And then this is what the questions look like. So I'm going to cut them all out and hide them around the house. Additionally, because I know that some people aren't as big of a fan of trivia or maybe won't know some of the categories as well, I added some bonus points built in. So there's going to be little tiny ghosts hidden around the house as well that are the ghosts in the graveyard, and every ghost you find also gets you a point. So I figure for people who aren't as into trivia or feel like there's going to be one category that they totally bomb, there's still a way for them to get some bonus points. So I'm going to cut these out and then we'll continue with party prep. Okay, so yet again, I failed to get as many clips as I wanted from the actual day of. The one shot of my costume you saw, I started filming and then somebody knocked on the door to come in and start the party. So, didn't get all the footage that I wanted, but I hope you enjoyed seeing the process anyway. Just to describe a little bit of what we did for the party, and forgive me if I'm repeating myself, I know I talked about some of it. But we did our trivia game where we put trivia clues all over the house. You should have seen a couple clips of those. And the reason I did this was because I knew guests would be coming in at different times, so then they could start the trivia whenever they wanted to. And it ended up being really fun. We had several people participate and had fun looking for the answers. So it was a fun game to play. And the evening went really, really well. The costumes were a big hit. My husband did wear just a skeleton t-shirt, so we were matching, but it was a lot of fun and a great spooky way to celebrate our anniversary. I am absolutely exhausted after this week. Halloween has now passed. I'm filming this outro on November 1st. This is my first year back as a full-time educator during Halloween season, and I'm exhausted. I was not prepared for the amount of energy that today would, or that yesterday would require. I was long-term subbing last year over Halloween, but I had only been in for like a day or two by the time Halloween hit. So I didn't have like the long lead up to it, but yeah, I'm I'm exhausted after doing Halloween with the kids and hosting a party, but it was a lot of fun and I of course wouldn't trade it for anything. So I will have to update you next year on what our next spooky Halloween party theme idea is. I got a couple ideas already, but I'm really excited to try them out next year. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, even with the limited amount of actual footage from the event. I hope that this inspired you to make some spooky crafts, or you've saved some ideas for next year. If you're interested in seeing more crafty content from me right here on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. And if you would like to follow me on other social media sites, that information is in the description box. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone!